Good morning. As you can see, I am already on trail, and that is because I am here for revenge. It is the beginning of May, and I am on a mission to finally summit Easton Ridge. Back in December, I tried to climb this one in the snow. I hit deep snow drifts that I couldn't get through, so I had to turn around, but the snow has melted and I have a clear path up to that ridge. It is a gorgeous day and there are some early wildflowers out in this forest, but we've got beautiful sunlight behind me. This trail is 6.5 miles round trip with about 2,300 feet of gain, so it's a good one. I have gained the ridge, and so now I am going to start climbing up this trail to get to Easton. And I will check in with you once I climb the steep section and gain the crest of the ridge, because this is gonna be a good one. I do love a good ridge climb, so gonna get the summit this time. Let's go. Well, it looks very different than it did back in December, but I have reached the point on this ridge where I had to turn around last year, and it is completely clear, so everything from here on out is new trail. I've been getting some really pretty peekaboo views on both sides. That's the beauty of doing a ridge, is you get views on both sides, and the early alpine wildflowers are coming in also, just gorgeous. So I'm going to continue on up this ridge. I've done the second steep section, so it's going to kind of flatten out and follow the ridge, and then there's final push up to the summit. So going to be getting into the good stuff now. It feels so good to be in this forest. As I'm sure you've noticed, I've been doing a lot of hiking on the east side in April, which was just beautiful, but boy, I did miss a good subalpine forest, just surrounded by trees, the beautiful light, plants everywhere. It didn't feel right. I needed to get in some trees, which was another reason I was very excited to do this one. It's a nice proper forest. Yeah, we complain a lot about, wanting to break the tree line and stuff to get the views, but I do like doing the couple of miles you have to do in the forest before you get the views. That is just one of the reasons I do all these, to get in the forest. And I mean, look at this beautiful woodland path. Just perfect spring day. But yeah, really appreciating all these trees. Woohoo! I give you the summit of Easton Ridge. It's right there. I'm gonna go climb on it. Got the wind, got the sun. Oh, so much fun. So many rocks to check out. Look at this. All right, gonna get up there. Woohoo! I'm in a bit of a wind shelter here because the wind coming off of the Alpine Lakes Wilderness is frigid and it's pretty fierce, but check out this view. Here we have Mount Baldy. I climbed that around this time last year. And then one of the stars of the show, Mount Stewart. And then right over here, we got Mount Rainier. And we also have a train going through the valley below. And so the Rocky Ridge is really fun. There's the remains of, I believe, an old lookout up here. And that's Chehalis Lake, I think, or Easton Lake. It's one of those big lakes. But this Rocky Ridge is super fun. And there's the old remains of, I think, the fire lookout on it. But since I got here, I'm looking at this knob here, and I'm not sure if that's taller. So I'm gonna go get on top of that just to be sure, because I knew there was like kind of a double summit situation, and I do not remember if the west one or the east one is higher. They look pretty even, but I'm gonna go over there because also it looks like there's a cooler view back west. But this is really cool. I was not expecting the rock to be this big. Like, you see pictures and it looks like there's just kind of a couple of rocks on the summit, but no, massive rocks to scramble on. That is such a delight. But I'm gonna go get on top of that knob to check that out. Made it onto the other summit, and dang, I really don't know. If one of these is taller than the other one, it's only by a couple feet. It looks pretty even, because like when I was over there, this looked taller. Now that I'm over here, that looks about even. So one way or another, I got on the summit. I'll double check the maps when I get home and see, but it's a much more open view of the mountains and the valley further into the wilderness. Mount Stewart is still covered in snow over there. Just gorgeous. And I love these eroding hills off of Mount Baldy. They're so colorful. And then you can see like the corner of Easton Lake down there. Double summit day, technically. But I have more rock to scramble on too. So this is gonna be the snack spot. Gonna just sunbathe and enjoy. Heading down off the summits, I guess. That was so much fun, scrambling on all the rock, but I passed my turnaround time. This is supposed to be a quick half-day hike, so I'm gonna get going back down this ridge. Top part had on and off snow, as I'm sure you can hear. And I will show some of the beautiful flowers that are blooming on like the mid-trail. The glacier lilies and everything are going, so it's gonna be beautiful, but I'm gonna make this a quick descent. I finally got the summit of Easton Ridge. I definitely made the right call last winter not to continue up because I never would have made it in the conditions I was in. And it was great to come back here. I said I'd come back as soon as the snow has melted, and perfect conditions, beautiful blue skies, and some of the early wildflower bloom. And that summit was way more fun than I expected. I didn't know there was gonna be rock to scramble on, and you know I love that so much. So that was really fun getting to explore. Like pictures of this make it look smaller, make like all the scale of everything look smaller. Is really weird. So I was very excited to see the summit. Was that cool? And technically did the double summit, I guess. I think they're both good, amazing views of the area, and it just felt so good to get back into the forest because yeah, I have definitely been missing these trees. So absolutely gorgeous start to May. I am very happy. Oh, feels really good to come back and get revenge. Anyway, I have gone on long enough. I'm sure this video is long enough already. So I'm gonna drive back over Snoqualmie Pass. Thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.